The Raditz Award, the biggest piece of shit of 2023 in the Dokkan Awards. I'll probably rename this award next year to the biggest fraud. I think it's probably a little bit harsh to throw the POS there. But after 4,514 people voted in the Dokkan Awards over the previous week, these are the most disappointing units of the year as chosen by you. In third place, on 1,023 points, Tech Trunks. Tech Super Saiyan Trunks, or Tech Super Trunks, whatever you want to call it. He does transform into Super Trunks. He disappointed a lot of people by the sounds of things. Look, he's not out on Global yet. I'm a Global player, so I haven't used him, so I'm not going to comment too much on my thoughts on him. I'll let you discuss that in the comments. If you have him, please let me know what you think of him. Is he a disappointment? Is this a little bit harsh? I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see how we go. I probably won't even summon for him when he comes to Global. Maybe that's kind of indicative enough of him making third place here on the most disappointing units of 2023. Now in second place, 1,184 points, LR Physical Ultimate Gohan, or LR Beastless Gohan, as a lot of people in the community call him. He has made the podium for the most disappointing units of 2023. Now this will be interesting to see how you all react to him making the podium. Obviously, plenty of you voted, so for many of you it may not be as much of a surprise, but he is. Look, I don't know. He's probably not the most divisive unit of all time, but at least of the last year, of the 12 months that have just passed, I think he's probably easily the most discussed. Between people who defend him, between people that hate him. He's never out of conversation, or if he is, he's not far from it. Now, just to quickly reiterate, I know he dropped technically in 2022. He is a New Year's unit from 2022-23. The New Year's units of 23-24 have not dropped yet. They will qualify for 2024. As such, the 2022-23 units will qualify for this year's award. So that is your second place unit. Please let me know what you think down below. Are you a defender of Gohan? Are you a hater of Gohan? I personally don't mind the unit. He's not as much of a disappointment for me because I'm not such a fanboy of Beast Gohan as a lot of people are. Look, I'm not criticizing anyone who is, just not to my taste so much. So I wasn't as disappointed that we didn't get a playable Beast, though. I mean, I can certainly understand why, and I would imagine that is a factor that really kind of drove the point home for a lot of people, is that they advertised the fact that we're getting a Beast Gohan unit, and they gave it to us in the form of nothing more than just the active skill. He is an Ultimate Gohan unit. I can certainly understand why that would have disappointed a lot of people, and I can only think that would have been a major factor in a lot of people's minds when voting for him for the most disappointing unit of the year. But he didn't win the award. The winner, on 1,237 points, so very, very close, the winner of the most disappointing unit of the year goes to LR Tech Goku. No, not Tech, sorry. LR Int Goku. My mistake. Oh my god. I don't have him. I'm sorry. I've made that mistake. LR Int Goku, or Tree of Might Goku, as people affectionately call him. That's kind of a differentiation. We've got that many LR Gokus and just that many base Gokus in general. Tree of Might Goku is the most disappointing unit of the year. Now, like Tech Trunks, I don't own this Goku, so it's very difficult for me to make like an educated opinion on him, whether he's disappointing or not. Look, honestly, on paper, I don't think I've ever seen a more underwhelming unit. But on paper, always seems to be a little bit misleading in terms of how they actually function in game. When you get them, when you're putting them on teams, when you're getting more or less links active, you're getting more or less passive active. Inconsistencies or consistencies come up. But in a very tight race for first and second, what's that? A total of 53 points separating first and second for the most disappointing units of the year. Tree of Might Goku has taken out the gold, with Ultimate Gohan coming in very close in second. And then in third place is Tech Trunks. Now, let's go through who came in after those outside the top three. So just off the podium, who was actually probably a favourite to poll into the podium, if not in first place, was AGL Omega Shenron. Now, not yet out on Global, somewhat controversially. So it's, again, being a Global-only player, I have no access to Omega Shenron, but his design is tailored very heavily to GT bosses, which just is not just starved for buffs, just will never get buffs. It's such a small pool of characters, even from the source material for them to pull on. It's yeah, I can totally understand why people were disappointed with him. I personally voted for Berserk Vegeta. No, I didn't actually. I nearly did. He's incredibly disappointing. Actually, he's so restricted, as a lot of heroes units can be, but restricted in ways that just almost are impossible to get off. I mean, look at that. 1 point separates Omega Shenron from Tech Super Saiyan God Vegeta Berserk controlled. Close behind them was STR Android 17 and Hellfighter 17, who fused into Super 17. They were another favourite for this award. Tech Nova and Ice, a personal vote of mine. And also another vote of mine is the Limit Breaker Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Broly. Yeah, very disappointing. Interesting to see that the AGL Super Saiyan God Goku and Vegeta, who fused into Vegeta from the Worldwide Celebration, polled so high. I wonder if maybe we got a few donkey votes in there, because I think that's relatively unfair. That being said, though, they did disappoint a lot of people even during the celebration. So maybe it's fair in terms of people were genuinely disappointed in them. And look, they hit like a wet blanket in their base, especially when you're using them in slot 1 the way they're designed to. So I can certainly see people who, might want a little bit of a more well-rounded unit, and their defense isn't like stellar when you're using them the way they should be. So yeah, you know what, the more I think about it, I can see how people might have been disappointed with them. STR Super Saiyan Gohan, we'll go talk to King Hitman if you want to hear all about that. He's got a video on it. I won't spoil it. Go check that out. Tech Frost, Physical Turles, interesting. STR Trunks and Goten, Androids, Super Saiyan 3, Gotenks and Piccolo, Kale, the LR Universe 2 girls, and then Dr. Gero and Dr. Mew. So that is your list for most disappointing units of 2023, the Raditz Award. We'll be doing this again next year, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to everyone who voted in these awards, by the way. I really, really appreciate it. I've had a whole lot of fun doing it. The response has been overwhelming. I didn't expect more than a couple of hundred votes, but we ended up with 4,500, so I can't be more grateful for that. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check out all the other videos for the other awards. They'll all go up at exactly the same time as this video has. So go check them out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.